Ghana Maritime Authority is exploring avenues to fast-track passage of the cabotage law. The law, when passed, will warrant seafarers to take ownership of all shipping vessels and transportation-related activities. The draft bill is going through the process of being laid before Parliament. More in this report.
The Day of the Seafarer, an annual and international event day coordinated by the International Maritime Organization, is not only to celebrate seafarers, but also to let the world know how and why seafarers are indispensable to everyone. This year, the day recognized the unique contributions made by seafarers from all over the world to international seaborne trade, the world economy and civil society as a whole. Director General, Ghana Maritime Authority, Thomas Kofi Alonsi, in an address to mark the day, said the authority has started looking into avenues to speed up the processes for the passage of the cabotage law into force.
As you may be aware, the authority has been at the forefront of championing a cabotage law designed to ensure that as many of you as possible gain employment. We are determined to ensure that a sizable percentage of jobs are reserved for our seafarers by foreign vessels operating within Ghana's maritime jurisdiction. While the draft bill is going through the processes of being laid before Parliament and debated before being passed, the authority is exploring other avenues of compelling foreign vessels operating solely within our waters to employ local seafarers. We have included, as part of our conditions precedent for the renewal and granting of operating permits and licenses, requirements for proof of employment of local seafarers. We intend to enforce these regulations religiously. We are confident that these efforts will bear fruits very soon. After all, our agenda is a fair future for our seafarers. Ghanaian seafarers must also benefit from Ghana's maritime jurisdiction.
The authority called on governments to recognize seafarers as essential workers and ease the travel restrictions on them despite the COVID-19 pandemic. He said seafaring remained the world's most important profession because about 1.7 million seafarers provided the labor force that kept the global economy moving.
Organization to mark the contributions that seafarers make to the global economy. So that is the event we are celebrating here in Tema today. Having said that, we realize that after training, there's always the need to ensure that the Ghanaian who has been given the requisite training to become a seafarer gets a job placement. Now, it's been difficult, but as an authority or a maritime administration, we have decided to make a law that will make it mandatory for ships that operate solely within our maritime jurisdiction to recruit a certain percentage of local seafarers as part of their crew. This bill is currently at its consideration stage. Very soon, the subsidiary committee on parliamentary committee on subsidiary legislation will be convening a meeting with the stakeholders, and certainly GMA, who is behind this bill, will be a part of this. And after that, I'm sure they'll go through the process of laying it in Parliament. But as an authority, we also realize that this will take some time to come into fruition. So we have decided that we will make it a condition precedent for the issuing of permits and licenses that ship owners show evidence that they have some Ghanaian crew amongst the crew they employ. That is for ships that operate solely within a maritime jurisdiction. So this is a stopgap measure whilst we wait for the cabotage which will be a legal framework in ensuring that there's some local content when it comes to participation within the maritime space in our jurisdiction is concerned.
This year, next year?
No, in terms of the stopgap measure, that of making it a condition precedent that ship owners show evidence that they have employed some Ghanaian seafarers, it is something we have started.
Okay.
But with regards to the cabotage, it is a matter that has to go to Parliament after the stakeholder considerations. And it's almost about being laid before Parliament. So I'm sure before the close of the year, there will be good news for seafarers in this country.
But on the stopgap, how many percentage are you supposed to have before?
It's a matter of negotiating with them.